Welcome back to Raving and Reviewing. My name is R, and this is my co-host Fee.
Hello, hello.
This week we're talking about episode 8, previously on, of WandaVision. And this is the full reveal of how the heck started, why I don't know, what's Wanda up to? Why does Wanda have like this weird fantasy about TV shows?
Right. Why is she the way she is?
A little bit, yeah. When the episode ended last week with Wanda being, I guess, revealed that Agatha Harkness is
Controlling the hex? Parts of the
not
hex?
not controlling.
Some
She
of
didn't
the
really do
hex?
anything bad yet.
She
She's
was.
just curious. I guess she's just interested in learning her powers.
Yeah, but like we
She's
we
not done
find out
anything
that
bad. She hasn't killed anyone other than
she
her own mom.
hasn't. But it was all Agatha, the song, which we actually did not talk about last episode, did we? The
I said I
song.
liked it. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't go too
It's on
into it.
Spotify now.
Now
I've listened to it several times.
I see like T-shirts. I saw like
Yeah.
the person that plays Monica.
Yeah, she's singing it. There's a trap version made.
Yeah, she was
That's
getting
cool.
it, and I thought that was funny. She's so adorable. And then I think what we found out last episode though is that she did kind of put some of the pieces together of the episodes that we've been watching, right? So the brother she controlled, right?
That's. I mean, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that they did not reveal much this episode on what the heck was going on with that last few minutes of WandaVision in the last episode.
Yeah, like the post-credit scene was not
Yeah.
explained in this one, so it was kind of just like Pietro's still here, and Monica went down, opened the gate to go downstairs, but
Yeah,
like
no explanation for
she's
that
not.
yet.
She didn't show up like
Yeah.
the last episode. Hopefully, it's gonna
Yeah,
be an
no
hour.
Monica this episode. I'm so
With
upset.
Jimmy Woo.
Or
The
no
internet was
Jimmy
sad.
Woo. I know. What are we gonna meme now if there's no Jimmy Woo or Darcy?
I think they were
really.
disappointed because he didn't turn up to the Office episode and then do a Jim reference.
I know. They had such a good opportunity. But you know what? Let's not get upset about that again. I already cried about it a little bit last episode.
No, the sitcoms are over.
Over. That's
But
it.
we did see
I
flashback.
did. I wanted to see. I saw a couple of memes online. Do you think the next episode is going to be more like a movie length episode?
No, I think it's gonna be like 50 minutes.
50 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
With 10 minutes credits.
That's
And
it,
a
right? The
post-credit
next
scene.
one's the last one.
I feel like we're gonna get a mid-credit
Yeah.
and post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Like the weird red like lights kind of thing.
Mhm.
Then we're currently that credit. Then after the black straight just text credit that's like 6 minutes long. I think we'll
So
get
long.
something.
All those people that worked on this show, I guess they all deserve it.
It's the same as like
The movies.
you watch Avengers. That credit's
Yeah.
like 15 minutes long.
Which I did this weekend again, and I loved it.
Avengers 1.
The Avengers one, yeah. I watched the first one after I don't know how long. It's been at least 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
And I watched it for the first time. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny. It was so good. Their chemistry from the get-go was so much fun to watch. Because like like in your head, this is the first time they're really kind of coming together. And you expect it to be awkward, but it was really good.
No, it's really well done.
Mm.
I just feel like some of the costumes felt dated now.
They did, yeah. Like I think
like, man,
Captain
they improved
America's
it big time by like Infinity War.
Yeah, Iron Man still wasn't
Iron
too
Man
bad.
Iron Man suit in Infinity War sucked. The CGI was horrible, especially like the first time he suits up when he's like alien, the Squidward joke he makes, and he's like suits up with his little vest pack suit.
Yeah.
Like, pulls out the strings and like that was like the worst CGI for that.
They blew up all their budget in all these other places. The movie was doing quite a lot, so it's fair.
I mean, that's my least. That's like the least of my worries for that movie. But
yeah,
Iron Man in Avengers 1. Did you finish it? I didn't.
Oh, I finished it today. I
didn't go back. I have like the battle actually that I need to finish.
Yeah, I think you watched it after I said I'm watching it.
Yeah, I put it on.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. And then I watched Thor too. I watched the first Thor a couple of days ago.
What did you think?
Unfortunately, I didn't pay too much attention because I had it playing in the background. So a lot of stuff when we were talking about it, I was confused and I was like, "What is going on now? What happened?" So I might have to rewatch that one. But I
What did you think of
remember
Darcy?
she wasn't in it much.
She's the first person you see.
But yeah, but she really wasn't in it much. She like said a couple
No,
of lines.
she's like the side character.
Yeah, she was just making like kind of similar to WandaVision. She was making jokes here and there, and then she wasn't big in the whole movie, right? It was more so Jane and
Yeah, I mean Jane's the
the
love interest.
doctor or the what's his name? Eric.
Selvig.
Yeah, him. And yeah, those two were, and he was in Avengers. I was very happy when I saw him there. I was like, yeah, this guy deserves more. I think he's coming back for the next Thor movie too, right?
Is he?
I don't know. I thought I saw when they were doing the all the actors are going to be in it. I know Darcy's going to be in it, right? Or
No,
maybe that was
Darcy
for
said she's
WandaVision.
not.
That was for WandaVision. Actually, I'm confusing it, which makes sense, right? Yeah, but I hope he is. I liked him. I really liked his character too. He was good in Avengers. He was quite important in Avengers, actually.
Well, he made the portal.
Yeah,
machine.
yeah. So it was cool. But yeah, so I'm kind of going back and watching some of the old stuff. Because I haven't seen it in a really long time, or haven't seen it at all. Like Thor, I don't know why I just refuse to watch it.
I mean, I just like thought when I thought about Thor is 10 years old this year, and it's like that blows my mind.
Crazy, right? Crazy. So Avengers must have been longer than that.
2012, May 2012, I think.
Oh, okay. So it's like 9 years.
Yeah, it's 9 years this year.
Yeah. Okay, so that's right. Avengers is after Thor. What am I thinking? I was thinking of Iron Man because I was gonna put on Iron Man 1 after I finished Avengers.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back and watch all three.
Yeah, I wasn't watching them in like any type of order. Yeah, just whatever I felt like watching, I put on. But we digress.
I do like on Disney Plus they have two settings where it's like timeline order and like release order, which is cool.
Yeah, I do like that. I really like that. It should be about the same, right? Timeline versus release.
I think there's some like stuff that moves around, like some Guardians, like 1 and 2 take place. It doesn't matter really when they take place versus like.
Oh, when Ant-Man too, right? Ant-Man was a little.
Ant-Man should probably be the last thing because the end of 2 was the snap.
Yeah, that's clever. I like that. Yeah. All right, so back to this episode. We started this episode more with Agatha's backstory. Did you think we learned a lot with that? I felt like it was kind of vague, and we just kind of we meet her. Go ahead.
I think it was fine. It was just like she's a witch. Witches exist in this world.
Yeah.
And then she's using dark magic, so they're trying to execute her.
Yeah.
But since she's using this dark magic, she can overcome the other 7 witches, one of them including her mother.
Yes, that was sad.
And that's like, I didn't love it. I was just like, okay, it's something.
Yeah.
Gives her something. And it's like, is she evil? I don't know. Like, yes, she killed 7 people. But like, what has she done since then? Since 1692?
So in your book, that doesn't qualify as evil, killing 7 people that all these other witches thought was not good. I think she wants to be the most powerful witch, and she doesn't like that Wanda is more powerful than her. Obviously, that's kind of where this is leading. I think she's the main villain now, though, because I don't think they can introduce anyone else. I think Vision, like, we talked a little bit about, and we'll go into that a little bit later, but I think Vision will have a big scene in the next episode, but I don't think he's going to be the main villain.
Which Vision? White Vision?
Yes, White Vision.
I mean, I'm seeing this from the trailer since like early trailers.
Vision and Vision are going to fight?
No, I don't think. I mean, they gave no hint to White Vision this whole series so far. But the trailer always shows like Wanda and Vision saying like, "Oh, this is our home. We have to fight for it."
Yeah.
So like, it's like, who is she referencing that to? Is that to Agatha or is that to like Vision? That's Hayward is planning. He's like, I'm gonna launch something 2 episodes ago, and it's like, still hasn't done anything yet.
I know. What is going on here?
It's like this episode was good as like a let's recap everything, but like nothing moved forward yet. It's like
I
Vision
agree.
Wasn't in this current Vision that we care about. Wasn't in this episode.
Right.
And it's like I want to know. Like, he did nothing last episode. I mean, I guess he learned some information, but he didn't do anything.
I mean, he was
And
in
then
this
he
episode.
flew out from the little truck.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
don't
like,
know
we
what he's
we
doing.
didn't see him. Now it's like, all right, let's get some answers now.
Yeah,
What's he thinking?
He was in this episode, but it was more like, I feel like this episode was a lot more like the emotional side of Wanda rather than like moving the story forward. I think it was like a getting to know your character episode, right? Like getting
you
to
learned
know
why it's happening.
Yeah, we're learning alongside with Agatha, because even though we've been with Wanda since Ultron, we don't really know a whole bunch about her backstory. It's just all surface level.
Mhm.
Right, and it's all how important it is to the whole Avengers arc. But I think now, because this is her own standalone, it was nice that they gave her this episode. But like you said, it didn't really move the story forward. Maybe not this story. Let me correct that. Maybe it'll be something that we'll see later on, and possibly Doctor Strange or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wanda, I guess, we're learning her history. So like Agatha captures her in her basement, I guess, and she's like, I put a hex here. You can't do your powers to fight me right now.
Yeah, that's right.
So then she's like, you're the most powerful, doing all these powerful hexes and stuff, or like spells.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like you don't really know how you're doing it. She's not trained, at least. Like, she's not a trained witch.
No.
Which is like what I guess Agatha's like, why are you so powerful? You don't have to do any of this, and you don't know what these hexes mean. Like, how are you controlling people like in whole towns worth?
Yeah.
So that's her goal. Like, she's like, I want to learn from you, or tell me how you're doing this.
Yeah, I think
So
she
I could be
won't
more
ever
powerful.
admit. I don't think she'll ever admit that she wants to learn from her, because I think Agatha, from what
No,
I
not
got,
learn, but like steal from her that.
yeah,
Learn the dark magic.
basically. Yeah, I think what she wants to do is kind of just understand how Wanda is doing things, which I think she might have been a little disappointed, because Wanda doesn't have a clue in the world how she did any of this. She can't remember.
No.
And I don't. Do you think they revealed that this episode? I couldn't understand like what they got out of it. Like,
What I take is the infinite. I think in Ultron it was like Strucker used the Infinity Stone to test Wanda, and that gave her powers. What this episode kind of retconned her storyline a bit of like, kind of teased, it's not confirmed. It's one Agatha was like, we go back to the house in Sokovia. And she's like, the bomb comes there, the Stark bomb. And she's like, you stopped it from happening. You did a hex on that. And Wanda's like, I didn't do anything.
Right.
So, like, did she or did she not? It's not clear.
That wasn't clear.
Agatha is assuming that she did that using some powers.
Yep.
Like, she was already a mutant from the beginning.
Right.
That's what she's hinting at. But it wasn't, like, defined here.
Right.
Which I feel like they're not going to. They don't want to say it till we get some weird
I'm guessing
X-Men answers right now. Like,
yeah,
she has some kind of X gene, or she is this one Nexus being that has, like, there's something special about her.
It seemed like that's what they were hinting at. And I read somewhere that in the comic book, she was like not a child, but like a host body for some other entity that like gave her power, so that when he came back, he was gonna inhabit her or something like that. I read something like that. I don't even remember the name of this person. Yeah, so I read that online somewhere. I don't know if that's the storyline they're going with, if that's something that they're gonna play up later on in Marvel, the MCU.
Yeah.
But I think I like the idea of her not getting her powers from the stone, but her just being already powerful, and now the stone has like made her god level powerful.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened. They go, this is a child when she's a kid, the parents are killed. Then we go to the Ultron, pre-Ultron, I guess. She sees the Loki staff, where they're doing testing, and then she gets the vision of like a future Scarlet Witch with the full costume.
Right.
First, I was like, "What was that? What did she see?" And I went back, and I was like, "That's her in the future. That's probably her. What it's going to look like in Doctor Strange, a full costume." then next it was, I think she's with Vision pre-Civil War, and she's talking about how she lost her brother, and then he has that line about like the grief line, which the internet's going crazy over.
Which one?
The one about loss and grief.
Oh,
Like it's
when
such a sad moment.
was it when they were sitting in the room and
Yeah, they're sitting
talking?
on the bed, and he
Yeah.
walks in, and they're talking about, I don't know the line, but
Yeah.
I feel like people were like, man,
Like
it's
that,
such a good
yeah.
line.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I remember it either. I remember watching that, and all we were thinking is, did this actually happen in the movie? We can't remember.
This is like pre, because it's a clear reference in the movie in Civil War where they're like quarantined, I guess,
Quarantining, yeah,
and then
together.
she's like in the kitchen, or she's somewhere talking to Captain America, and a Vision comes through the window, to the door,
To the
and
door,
she's
yeah.
like, "Didn't we talk about this? That you shouldn't do that?" And then he did. She said it in this episode, like, "You shouldn't come into my room just like that."
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was like the Malcolm in the Middle kind of explained episode. Did you like the way they did why it was a sitcom? It kind of seemed
I
like,
do really like this.
yeah, I was gonna say I think that was really cute and sentimental. The fact that it was something she used to do with her family, and her father was very into the American sitcoms, and
Yeah.
started with the. I thought that was really like, I liked it. I think it grew her character, and you kind of understood like her relationship with her family and how important her brother was and why she took it so hard. Right? Of course, it's her twin brother, so you get it. But it's nice to see that kind of connection as well. I thought.
I mean, I found it was like, is it they're watching these because they like it, or is that because they're trying to learn English properly?
I think it was because he liked it. They
I
could
feel like
watch
it's both,
anything.
because like to me when I watched it, it made me think of like, as like my parents, grandparents, immigrants to America.
Yeah.
They were watching these American shows, like they were watching Three's Companies, The Cosby Show,
Yep.
and like all sorts of American like sitcoms. That was the only thing that like they watched, and they learned their English from that, I guess.
Yeah. So
like,
I
they
did
didn't
the
come here
same
knowing
thing.
English.
I wasn't born here. I was born in India, and when I came here, I watched the Amanda Bynes show, SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, anything on Nick, and that's how I learned my English and my humor, I think.
So I think, yeah, it's like, I think that I'd really like that, like as a thing. Like it's like people do use these like classic shows as like ways to like, not only as a fun time, but like as a learning experience. And
Yeah, absolutely.
she like said, I think, something when like the bomb comes in and then they're trapped, and she's like, "Oh, it's just like a sitcom. Things will just be resolved by the end of the episode."
And everything is okay at the end. Everything's
and
okay.
I really like that. Now I think that was my favorite part of the episode.
Yes.
When she said that.
Yeah. Kid was cute too.
Yeah, I think the role playing was really well done.
Really good. Yeah, really good. I like the actors, both of them actually. The brother wasn't that significant.
He didn't say anything.
No, but I think I like the whole chemistry of like the family too. I thought it was like a really good like way to show that she was normal once, and we've only met her.
Well, she had a tragic moment like as a kid when she was 10 or 11.
Yeah, it makes you understand it. From what I heard, she was supposed to be evil in Doctor Strange, but I don't think they're gonna go that path anymore. Like, it's too hard to look at her as an evil like entity or character, because we have a full understanding of who she is and why she's the way she is. Right? She obviously had a loving family that at the age of 10, can you imagine? Like, she lost everybody, and then the only person she had, she saw him get shot to death. And then she had nobody, and then she had Vision, who she lost over and over again. So like, I don't think that they could, if they do make her evil, I think it won't be like a strong evil character, because I would understand her motive, and I will always excuse it because now I have this full picture of this character. Like, well, of course she's gonna go crazy. She has nobody anymore.
I mean, I didn't say she's evil for like she's gonna murder people for fun.
No,
I think it's gonna be she's considered a bad guy because she's holding these people hostage.
Right.
And
maybe not even on purpose, right? Like, like, obviously this is something that she didn't have full control over. Like,
she's not aware of this, and it's like we were thinking this whole time there's a bigger power forcing her to do this. She's doing this to herself,
right?
Which is, I guess, as throughout we saw she's talking to Vision, then it gets to like Vision's death, then they're like, oh, his body's here. She
Right.
goes in, and then I guess one of those other episodes, it was like assumed like she stole. It was cut up. Like even Hayward telling us,
Hayward,
and he's talking to
the
Jimmy Woo and
bastard.
stuff. And he's like, "Oh, she stole Vision's body," and it's like,
Yeah.
I gotta go back and see. Did he ever say she stole Vision's body? I
I
don't
think
think
he
so.
did.
He did
I
for
think
sure.
he
Because
did. I'm
like I
pretty
was, I
sure
was
he
under the
did.
assumption she took that.
Because we find out in this episode that it was
She
actually
didn't.
not her. It was him.
Well, he has it himself.
Yeah, he has it. He has the body. He just blamed her for it. She manifested Vision, which is, can we talk about how crazy that is at the end of the episode? After like she's in the house that she now started creating, right? So we find out towards the end of the episode that Vision had left like a deed of a
Yeah.
land, a plot
Mhm.
in Westview for her, where they,
Yeah.
he wanted to build a house with her.
Mhm.
And she kind of goes there, and I guess it's kind of like a psychotic breakdown almost, right? Like she, in like a human term, she's kind of having a meltdown.
Yeah.
And she manifests all of this, and this is how she gets all of these people in her control in this town, because she's now playing
Yeah.
out this fantasy of living in this house with Vision. In that, she manifests Vision. Like you see him coming out of, like, I guess it was her brain or her heart or her body.
Yeah, I mean, I think she made some kind of infinity stone and some vibranium out of nothing.
Yeah, out of nothing. That is
Or maybe
insane.
another world, another.
What energy
from another universe.
What
Multiverse.
energy is this biatch using to get this guy? Like she has
Infinity
created. I know that, but like that's crazy that she can create this other human being that we clearly see him thinking for himself. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it
several
seems
instances.
like he is just like another, like same for the kids, like they're just individual beings now.
Yeah, unless she's making it, I guess, unless this is just her showing Vision as having his own. But why would she have him? Or because she doesn't understand what's going on. Through Vision, she's manifesting her own like inquisitive, like she's trying to inquire herself how this started. And because Vision's part of her, he's the one that's actually showing that and not her. Because she herself wants to live through this fantasy, but Vision, who is also a part of her, he knows that something is off. Just like Wanda herself, throughout the episodes, we see her that she's noticing that all of this is not normal, but she goes along with it because she has the life she wants with Vision, with her kids. So maybe Vision is
she's going along with it because she gets she had a mental breakdown that caused this eruption of chaos magic, so maybe whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, she's going with the flow. But at the same time, she's like well aware enough that like, don't break my world.
Yeah.
So like when the beekeeper comes, she's like, nope, we're not having that in this episode. Go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then like other short clips of like Vision, she's cutting it out. She's like, I want this to be my fake world.
Yeah.
And then she's getting depressed over each episode. We talked about. And then I guess like she's so depressed that like she's not fixing it. Maybe, I don't know. This one thing of like Vision being created made me think of I guess like Hindu religion.
Okay.
You know where I'm gonna go with this?
Reincarnation, maybe? No. I don't know.
You know the story of the god Ganesh? And how he was created.
The head? After the dad chops it off?
Well, just the being himself, how he was created.
All I know is that he was guarding his mom one time, and his dad comes to visit, and they get into a fight, and then
before that, where does the kid come from?
I have no clue. I am such a bad.
So I mean, I'm not the best in all knowing all stuff, but from the stories I've heard, she creates him from clay. It's like a human to protect her from someone coming into their house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I did not know that.
And then he was a self-aware being.
Okay.
And then the father comes in and actually he's like, "This is my house. I belong here. You can't stop me." So he kills him. And then to make up for that, he gets the elephant head.
Yeah. Does he make that from? Oh no, he gets an actual elephant head, right? I remember that story.
But like that's what I'm thinking in this. Is like Vision is manifested in that way of like it's some kind of being just gave it life.
Yeah, but you think he's like
And
a
then
conscious being?
but it's not like she's controlling him. It's like he's got his own mind. Like
That's yeah.
once it's made, it's its own thing.
Yeah, she's the creator, and he's I guess the human with
Yes.
all these
Mm-hmm.
different nerves and thoughts and processes, and he's
And I think the same thing happens for the kids too.
Yes, that's the other thing, right? If she, because one of my theories now that we're talking through it, it's definitely wrong. One of my theories is like maybe Vision just is another part of her and thinks things that she doesn't want to think herself, right? Maybe like we know that Wanda doesn't fully understand this world, so you see Vision kind of going out and kind of inquiring in the Halloween episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking maybe that's something Wanda wants to do, but she doesn't want to fully admit to herself that this world's not real. But I like your theory better, where it's just like, well, she created him. She was his creator.
Mm-hmm.
But now he has his own consciousness and own thought processes. And, he's another being. It's crazy that she is that powerful. I mean, I'm in awe of that.
I mean, I don't know what power she's
but she's basically
but like
God.
same thing like Tony Stark created the AI for Vision or Ultron.
I don't mind calling Tony Stark God either. Let's do it.
He created Ultron, and that had a mind of its own,
right?
And turned into a killer robot, infinite amounts,
right?
And it's like he actually created some kind of code to do this, but she did it magically, or she's cloning Tony Stark's programming. Somehow, I don't know.
Somehow, yeah. We don't know. We don't know the how. We just know that she did it.
So this is a separate Vision than the other one. Then
yes.
We see Hayward with the body all broken up. No, before that, like when she shows Wanda.
Oh yes,
and that
in
was
the
horrifying.
flashback.
I didn't like that.
I did not like that. Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh, poor thing. I mean, this girl, they're putting her through the damn ringer in this episode. She watches her parents die. She watches her husband or the guy she was in love with all dismantled and everything. And she's watching it again with this Agatha lady.
And she's like, all I want to do is bury him.
I know. I know. She just wanted some closure, the poor thing. And he's just, they basically just said he's a weapon and we're going to do what we want with him.
Yeah. No, it was horrible. Ugh, especially like seeing them like, I don't know, try to destroy the vibranium and like see the little wires coming out of his arms and stuff all separated. It was, I hated that.
I did not like it. Because then you realize he really was.
Disturbing.
Yeah, he's not like, he's a robot. He's a computer. You can't tell when you're watching the movie, right? Well, because of course.
And when he was created, it was just, he was in a little casket thing and then he wakes up. So you don't really see him being put together as like a robot.
Right.
No, it's good.
I also thought they did a really good job with their relationship. I know there's only like 2 key scenes where you see it. One we talked about where he's kind of giving her some information on like the grief information. I'm making it sound like he was like giving her a brochure and but when they're talking through and like how he's trying to console her. And then the other one is like you see that he leaves like a deed for her and like that he really wanted to like make a life together with her. I thought that was really sweet. You don't really get like moments of them two, and we talked about like them two together in the sitcoms of like all of the episodes, and I really did like their chemistry even after they had kids. But I think it was really nice to see in like more of the MCU universe and not the sitcom universe, where you kind of see like they were really good for each other, and I think he was really good for her, and he was helping her through a lot of crazy tough times.
Yeah, I mean, I think after Civil War they were put into jail, and Infinity War they were on the run. Like they wanted this life. Like if that didn't happen or being hunted down, she probably would have had that life in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But Thanos came and Vision was killed. So
yeah, I think that grief multiplied when she realized what could have been. When she saw the deed.
When you see I was confused. I was like, what is this little piece of paper that showed up out of nowhere? And then they don't tell you, and she's driving through. And then you see
me and my sister collectively went, "Oh!" We were both like, "Oh, this is so cute."
I like seeing like all we saw Westview, and then I was like, why is I've never thought of it. It's like, why is this random town? And it's like, oh shit, it's because he wanted to do this here.
Yes.
Like he wanted them to move there. It's like, oh shit.
He want this is our home. It really
Yeah.
is. It's true. It is their home. He bought this home for her, and
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. It's making me a little depressed.
Yeah.
What else? What was the other key points? I think we talked about a lot of we haven't talked too much about Vision in the end, right? When we see the full, like he kind of
So
comes back alive.
Vision, Hayward has his own agenda of something.
Yes.
And he, I guess, rebuilt a new Vision.
And this explains why he was tracking the Vision in the sitcom world, right?
That makes me think that, like, we're wondering always, like, is that fake? Is that really him? So she did really create him because they're detecting vibranium decay.
Right.
And I guess Hayward was watching him to say, oh, if this one doesn't work, I'll take that one. Or I'll research how that one works so I can make this one work.
Right. So I think maybe eventually he was going to kidnap Wanda and have her recreate something, or I don't know. I think he was intrigued.
I don't understand how, just because they have the little drone.
Yeah, I thought that was
like, all right, the drone can turn his power back on.
I thought that was a drone that they sent in later. Remember, it was.
She came back with it and threw it back at them, I think.
Oh, and they were studying it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought that was when they were developing it. Okay, so I was confused in that little part. Okay.
I mean, I think that drone would have been. She expanded the world after that. There's no way they had that drone still, but whatever. We'll let them have it.
Unless he carried, because they survived, right? So maybe he like took it with him.
I don't know where this whole new set of people came from, because it seemed like only 4 people survived.
Everyone else turned into clowns.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention. But I mean, they're a government agency. I'm sure they have a bunch of people not working for this initiative that they know.
No, but what's going to happen with this White Vision? White Vision seems like, here, is it going to be Ultron? Is it going to be the voice of James Spader?
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, I could say it's just Paul Bettany.
Yeah, probably.
There was that interview last week. There was like Paul Bettany's like, oh man, I can't wait to see who I get to work with. And it's like, oh, he's working with himself. Right? That's the cameo,
conceded?
Right? is that what it, because he's like, there's one more cameo. He's like, I saw one I've never got to work with.
And has he ever worked with Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the movie together.
But did they have scenes together?
No, I don't think so.
Technically, it could still be Doctor Strange.
Now I feel like Doctor Strange has to be like a post-credit
scene. Yeah,
I don't see him being the one to come in and stop everything.
Yeah, me neither. I think that they want to leave that for the actual movies. But the other question is, do you think Paul Bettany or Vision's going to be a key role in Doctor Strange 2? I guess we'll know more next.
I think Vision is done for after this.
Oh, I hope not. Don't say that. I hope not.
I mean, they could rebuild him always. Like
I guess you could always just make another one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the pre-existing Vision will exist. I think maybe this White Vision will turn into a good Vision, like a good version.
I hope they don't do that. That'd be kind of silly.
I mean, this White Vision is
the
like,
original.
I think from the comics, there is some stories of like when Vision is destroyed, the government rebuilds this White Vision, or maybe Tony Stark even does it, but it has no personality. It's just like generic,
just like AI
kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they'll keep that. I think this Vision's gonna, unless they like somehow merge at the end of the series.
It could be. I mean, this new one doesn't have an Infinity Stone.
That's true. Maybe he could only survive if Wanda is close or near. Maybe he can't, because remember when he was trying to get out of the Hex, he didn't live.
Yeah.
So maybe he only lives within the Hex.
I think the Hex is just killing him. Like.
Oh, okay. My theory was that maybe because he's getting away from Wanda and her powers, he's not living. So maybe my theory at the end of this is that in order for this Vision to survive, he merges with the White Vision.
Yeah, I mean, double the vibranium. No, I don't know. I was like, his vibe kind of gave me some Dr. Manhattan kind of vibes. The White Vision.
Yeah, he did kind of.
Like,
you know who I was thinking of? I was thinking of the Silver Surfer. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right? He kind of reminded me of him in like the original second Fantastic Four movies with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans.
Yeah, I could see that. Someone was making a joke like, Oh, they'll get Chris Evans as like the Fantastic Four version up here.
I think he's done. I think he wants to do his indie movies now.
I got a feeling he's gonna be in Falcon.
You think he'll do like
It's like
a
old man Cap,
cameo?
kind of like this. He's just gonna be in the background somewhere, like maybe last episode.
Like
Like you did
approvingly
it.
shaking his
You
head.
done it. Yeah. I was thinking like the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Alfred at the end. He's like when Bruce Wayne settles down with like Selena, and then he's like just nodding, like yeah, he done it.
I think
He did
that'd
good. Like
be a
Chris
nice
Evans is
little
the same thing.
scene.
Yeah.
I hope they did like something like that. I don't know if Chris Evans will come back. Maybe he will.
No,
a lot of people are saying Tony
he tweeted,
Stark.
I think, like I'm not doing it.
No, right? Yeah.
Or he's like, I haven't. There's no contracts right now. Like, I haven't signed anything to do anything yet.
Maybe he'll just do it as a favor because these guys like literally made him a millionaire. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he owes a lot to them.
Yeah, although I'm
they
sure
owe
he
a
was
lot to him too.
Yeah, well, that's debatable. Such a hater. I'm literally just such a hater. I have
the only movie he's done after that was
Gifted.
Who Done It one.
Oh,
we didn't like it. Yeah,
no,
we didn't like it. He was funny in it, but we didn't like it.
We liked him in it. I thought
we liked him in it, but we didn't like the movie.
But he literally filmed the same scene like 5 times. You remember when he's just like leaving in that tweeted sweater? And that's all I remember from the movie because they kept playing
it. That sweater's iconic. He sold a lot of sweaters after that.
I'm sure he did look good in it. I'm not gonna lie. I hope my sister doesn't listen to this podcast, but he did look pretty good in that sweater. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I gotta get the sweater now. I thought about it. It's expensive.
I'm sure now it definitely is. Before it was probably like $15. Now it's like $250.
Yeah, it's like 200. I think.
Yeah, I figured. No, I mean, even watching Avengers, I'm like, I think he is one of my least favorite out of all of them. Not even because I'm trying to shit. Yeah, he is Captain America. I get it, but I feel like because I genuinely do think Chris Evans is a really good actor.
Mm-hmm. And I think you would enjoy the show The Boys.
Yes, I saw the ending of season 1.
The main guy. Oh, did you? I'm on episode 5 of season 1 or 6. No, it's good. It's just I saw it like beginning of quarantine, then I never went back to it. But Homelander is like Captain America, but he's a dick.
Right, in real life, right? He has a persona, and then in real life, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I feel like it's like Superman mixed with Captain America.
Yeah,
wearing a cape as like American flag cape.
Yeah.
It's really good. I mean, I don't love the cast completely, and it's dark. I mean, it's
right.
It's like it's different than Marvel. It's not like fun, enjoyable. You're having a good time.
It's serious. The show's serious, right?
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah. No, I mean that's a better take on Captain America. What people say.
Yeah, probably.
More realistic.
More real. Yeah, I think you're right. They turned him into a Boy Scout. I think the problem is he has vision tunnel. Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, when he thinks something is wrong, it's always wrong, and there's no gray area, where I think with the other characters, it can explore that a little bit. Like we talked about Wanda today, and how, even if she turns evil, like a part of us will always understand because we know what she's been through. Mm-hmm. I think same with like Tony. Tony's not a vanilla character.
No, that's why his movie works.
Right. You see that, and like even in Avengers, right? You can tell he's the one that's the most scared, and he's, he's curious. Throughout the whole Avengers movie, he's curious about what's going on here. But in the end, regardless of what, he's the one who flies up, and he's the one who destroys the ship.
Yeah.
Oops, did we spoil? Well, I guess everyone who's listening is already seen.
You didn't see Avengers 1. You're not watching
Why are you listening to this? But yeah. So I like that about Tony, because you see that he's always been sort of the guy that he's curious, but he's scared. He's not always gung-ho about, being the hero. That's not really what he's in it for, but inevitably that's what he ends up being, because for him it's harder to get to that good human person, like good human characteristics of himself. It takes a while for him, but eventually he's always the one that saves the day, and that's why he's like my favorite character. He's dick, but it works. You enjoy that part. You enjoy the part when he's the one who gives up his life for everybody. He knew.
It reminds me of Guardians. I think I guess the Guardians one, when they're flying and they're attacking the ship, and he's like, It's like I may be a dick, but I'm not a bad guy. Or something like that. That's the line like
Something
that.
similar. Yeah. Who
I'm an
sto-
a-hole, but I'm not complete bad guy. I don't know the line, but it was from it's in all the trailers and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's why I like that about a lot of the other characters. I think that that's unfair that they can't really do much of that with Captain America's character because, like, you said
Well, now
he's
he's dead. Now, I mean, he's retired. And
yeah.
like Falcon, that's a way more interesting, like retired soldier, and then he has some kind of wings suit. And then it's like, what
Yeah.
is that? Then the same thing with Bucky. It's like
Bucky is a very
completely flawed.
multidimensional.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Well, again, we
no, same for
digress.
Wanda.
Yeah,
Very
same
flawed.
to tie it all back, same for Wanda, right? Like they didn't start off as the good guys, but eventually they make choices in the series, in the movies, where you get it. Like it's more satisfying when you see someone who doesn't come from the good side kind of
Hmm.
switch
Yeah.
for whatever the reasons are, and they're usually very interesting. So I do enjoy those arcs more.
Yeah. I mean, now it's like, where are we going? Agatha is now after
Yeah.
the kids.
Right. The end.
We skip that. Then
Yes.
she's just like, you tell me how to do this, or
Your
I
kids.
kill your kids, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
And
like, oh,
she's
just
gonna be
create
like,
another pair.
she's just gonna be like, I don't know. That's gonna be her answer. But
Yeah.
Vision's gonna show up. Our Monica will show up.
Yes.
This episode, no Vision, no Monica, no Jimmy
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, no
Darcy.
Vision in the present time, right?
Yeah,
They
no
had that scene
Vision
with
that's gonna be helping her.
yeah. I hope so.
And it's
hope
like, I wonder how much of a battle this is gonna be or whatever. Like, is it just gonna be quick?
I'm ready for disappointment. I don't think this is going to tie anything together. I think the post-credit scene will get you excited for Doctor Strange, but I think the whole Wanda series is going to keep going. But I can't foresee Agatha being like a main villain in Doctor Strange. Like, I think she's okay. I don't think she's anyone that I'm like that curious about.
No, I think she's done after this episode. She's not coming back.
I think so. I think they're gonna defeat her in this arc, hopefully, and I think then they'll kind of have some other stuff going on in the background of the last episode that will connect to Doctor Strange, and some things that I'm sure we've seen sprinkled throughout the series as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 hour. We can't expect like him to do a million
Two
things.
hours. 2 hours.
I would hope, yeah. I don't think like they can do so much. Like, it's gonna be a little bit. Monica's gonna use her powers a bit.
Yep.
Then it's gonna be them fighting Agatha and banishing her to another multiverse or something, or opening a portal to like be like, all right, we don't want you on this earth. We're gonna put you on this earth.
Yep. Something with Vision.
Yes, the Vision's gonna die. Or Vision's gonna explode.
There's got to be a clean conclusion there if he's not coming back, which you're thinking he's not, right?
No, I feel like he's done.
Yeah.
It sucks. I like Paul Bettany. I wouldn't mind him.
I think he was good.
I mean, they could make him back into like some kind of AI or something. Like, I saw some rumors. People like, oh, they'll just get Iron Man to do like some AI for a suit or something. Like maybe
Iron
the War
Man's
Machine.
dead.
No, his AI. Like he'll voice the AI for like a future person in a suit.
Oh, you mean like Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know if he'd want to. Like
he's still producing some of these things, so maybe he's still connected.
So.
No, you don't think so?
I thought he's done. Who knows, contracts or whatever, but like there is like Ironheart series coming out. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but it's someone like a kid that's created their own Iron Man suit.
Oh.
So maybe he'll be the voice of that.
Oh my God, okay.
Or maybe the Rhodey series.
Okay.
The War Machine, there's something with that.
I think he'll come show up a little bit. I don't think he is producing, but I think he has a stake in the MCU. So I think financially it won't hurt him to show up in some of these things. Or at least I'm hoping he would.
Who knows? I mean, if he does, it'd be great. If not, I mean,
maybe they'll do something else that's better. Yeah. I don't know. But all in all, I think this episode, like we talked about before, it was good. It wasn't really like a story forward episode. At least not something that was.
It was filling in the details.
It was more of an explanation episode and more of getting to know.
We needed.
We needed, yes. No, by no means was this episode bad at all. I think it was a good one. it's getting me excited and pumped for the ending of this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, next week's the last one. Last week,
Yeah.
last episode.
Yes.
And then we won't see Wanda now till Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, that's going to be a long wait.
March 2022.
Yep. That's a little over a year. That's a long time.
If things don't get too late.
Ugh. Corona, please go away. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they're going to end Agatha. I don't think it'll be a hard fight. They've got a lot of big power, big guns. Obviously, we could tell from this episode that Wanda is way more powerful and Agatha is definitely scared of her. So
yeah, I mean, I've been avoiding saying this name because I'm like, if it just happened, I don't want to spoil it. But the guy Mephisto, our Nightmare, there's two villains. Everyone was like, these are the two guys. Like, oh, we're gonna see that. Like the whole time, it's like he's Mephisto or Nightmare is controlling his hex, or he's like Ralph or the bunny.
Okay. That will be him.
Like, yeah, and it's like, it doesn't seem like anyone. It seems like Agatha's it. And it's like, oh, will Mephisto show up in Doctor Strange now?
Mephisto, you said?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard this yet? I've been avoiding because I'm like, I don't want to.
I wonder if this is what I read. If that he was the one that like created.
He's doing controlling everything. He curated the kids. Because Pietro says like all the little devils.
Interesting. His first appearance in the comic books was the Silver Surfer. Interesting.
Yeah.
How Ghost Rider.
No, but there's a lot of stories that relate to like Mephisto and Wanda. So everyone was hoping he would show up, but it seems like he may be in Doctor Strange or something now.
Yeah, maybe he's the main villain in Doctor Strange.
Or he's the post-credit scene.
I could see that happening, but I think that maybe this is what I read today. Dang, I wish I could find that Instagram post because it was really interesting. But I don't remember who they said she was like an embodiment of. Oh, that sucks. I wish I remembered. But
it was a female?
No, I think it was a male who like created her so that he could come back and inhabit her when he comes to Earth or something like that. I should have saved.
Oh, that's probably Mephisto, probably.
That's what I'm thinking because it looks like he could.
The devil.
Yeah, it looks like he can kind of.
And like
regenerate.
Doctor Strange is going to be known as a horror movie. I could see the devil being the villain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be really interesting, I think. I love seeing all the Agatha all along shirts. I did not know people love the jingle so much. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, people really like it.
That's pretty funny, actually. All right, that's all I had to say about this episode. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think I'm excited.
Me too.
1 hour. Hopefully it's an hour.
Please let it be longer. The ending of this was so cut off, like so abruptly, and we were just like, what happened? Huh?
Yeah. It's like 2 post-credit scenes, please.
Yes. Oh, also one thing I'm not excited, but I'm thinking we're going to see is also the kids use their powers a little bit more next episode. I think that's going to happen too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're not a huge fan, but I think it'll be interesting just so if they want to set up anything in the future.
Like the kids, if they do survive after this.
Yeah, they're going to be part of Phase 25 of Marvel or something like that.
It'll be Phase 5 Avengers, like the Young Avengers.
Yeah, yep.
Like definitely they're setting up for 2027, probably Avengers movie.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting.
I mean, it's going to lead into like if X-Men come, they're going to have Avengers versus X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And Wanda's going to be on the Avengers side.
Oh, yeah. That'll be better. I feel like
Wanda has a long way to go. Like, we're not getting rid of her.
No, I don't want to, though. They did a really good job building her up through the series.
Yeah, and like her kids now, and then they're going to have some West Coast Avengers. Like, they got a lot of stories to tell with Wanda now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll be it for us for Previously On.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.